CNN Headline News will continue. It's time now for Local Edition, brought to you in part by First National Bank. Visit them online at fnb.com and Razor Lumber Incorporated, Goodland and Colby.
Welcome to another Local Edition from S&T. I'm Heather McDonald. Over the next few months, Midwest Energy customers may find themselves in sticker shock after opening their utility bills. 2 weeks ago, electric rates jumped roughly 13%.
Normally our rates run around 9 to 10 cents a kilowatt hour. So just to give you an example, an average house would use 1,000 kilowatt hours a month. The rate increase for them would be around $13 additionally a month.
Depending on the billing cycle, many customers may not even see the total effect of the rate increase until October. The jump is in response to general inflation that has been seen across the board in the last few years and will help Midwest with maintenance costs and general expenses.
We're not allowed to mark up the price of the commodity, whether it's natural gas or electricity. The only place Midwest Energy can cover its expenses is through our distribution charges and our customer charges.
As for the price of the commodity, customers pay the same rate the cooperative pays at the time of its purchase. The last increase Midwest Energy made because of distribution expenses was over 5 years ago. Helm says if inflation continues as it has, another increase may be expected in the next 2 or 3 years. As we all watch the skies in anticipation, we're constantly reminded that weather, especially in Kansas, is hardly ever predictable. But to provide peace of mind in the most advanced alerts possible, over 180,000 public alerts radios will be distributed to all schools across the nation between August and October. Until around 4 years ago, public alert radios were most commonly used for the notification of weather hazards, but are now expanded to include alerts for all hazards.
For instance, an evacuation notice, a 911 telephone outage emergency, law enforcement emergency, not so much around here, but volcano warnings in some areas, avalanche warnings, that sort of thing. There's a lot of different non-weather threats which are also transmitted now over these radios. So the idea is if every school has one, America should be safer.
Radios were allocated to public schools 2 years ago, and this year the distribution will fill the gaps of all schools, private, pre-K, and even post-secondary. Over 50 radios will be distributed free of cost in the 19 counties alone in the tri-state area. The community of Oakley is looking to show a little pride and will discuss becoming part of a popular program that's been around since the 70s to do so. Community members met at noon on Thursday to consider taking part in a volunteer grassroots program provided by a partnership between K-State Research and Extension, the Kansas Department of Commerce, and Kansas Pride Incorporated. The goal of Pride is to help maximize community and economic development efforts by encouraging all groups to coordinate and work collaboratively for community betterment.
You know, I'm not sure it's the only direction that we could take, but it's an awesome starting point because we have K-State Research and Extension's Community Development Department that will help us get organized. They send people out from Manhattan that will help us. They'll lead the discussions. They'll get us all working together, make sure everyone's voice is heard.
Being a volunteer program, no fee is involved with becoming a Pride community. For more information on the program and how to get involved, contact the Logan County Extension Office. The Grinnell Fire Department was recently awarded for all their hard work despite their small size with a grant for over $24,000 from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
The last one we just received was our FEMA grant. It is going to replace a pump and a tank on a truck. The tank is an old steel tank, it's been there for 30 years. The pump's a little over 30 years old.
This grant is just one of many received by the department and responsible for the long list of improvements and upgrades recently made. 3 years ago, 90 signatures were gathered from community volunteers who constructed a new addition to the department with a CANSTEP grant from the Rural Water Association. The Grinnell Fire Department continues to grow as improvements are made, recently jumping from 10 volunteer firefighters to 18, and will continue to play a key role in the community in the days to come.
Somebody's got to do it.
And as a way for the Grinnell Fire Department to say thank you to the community for all their support, once again, the annual Fireman's Breakfast will be held Sunday, September 14th. That's it for another Local Edition. I'm Heather McDonald. CNN Headline News will continue next. Stay tuned.
Local Edition has been brought to you by First National Bank and Razor Lumber Incorporated.
The convenience of ATMs have revolutionized how we handle money. The ATM has become a part of our culture. Need cash? Use your ATM. Need to make a deposit or transfer funds? Use your ATM. ATMs are just one of many services we offer for your convenience. See us today. First National Bank, www.fnb.com, member FDIC.
Community people, you know.
Whether you want to warm up your home or keep your home cool, we at Razier Lumber Incorporated would like to introduce you to the coziest insulation around, green fiber insulation. It is easy to install, no bulky, itchy rolls. Just aim the hose and fill areas to the desired thickness. Our values can significantly lower your home's heating and cooling costs, forming a tight seal. Ask about green fiber insulation at Razier Lumber Incorporated, 605 Caldwell Goodland or 490 East 4th, Colby.